Hey everyone, I want to read a psalm for you. This is Psalms chapter 25. It says this: To you, O Lord, I lift up my soul. O my God, in you I trust. Do not let me be ashamed. Do not let my enemies exult over me. Indeed, none of those who wait for you will be ashamed. Those who deal treacherously without cause will be ashamed. Make me know your ways, O Lord. Teach me your paths. Lead me in your truth and teach me. For you are the God of my salvation. For you I wait all the day. Remember, O Lord, your compassion and your loving kindness, for they have been from of old. Do not remember the sins of my youth or my transgressions. According to your loving kindness, remember me. For your goodness' sake, O Lord. Good and upright is the Lord. Therefore, he instructs sinners in the way. He leads the humble in justice, and he teaches the humble his way. For all the paths of the Lord are loving kindness and truth to those who keep his covenant and his testimonies. For your name's sake, O Lord, pardon my iniquity, for it is great. Who is the man who fears the Lord? He will instruct him in the way he should choose. His soul will abide in prosperity, and his descendants will inherit the land. The secret of the Lord is for those who fear him, and he will make them know his covenant. My eyes are continually toward the Lord, for he will pluck my feet out of the net. Turn to me and be gracious to me, for I am lonely and afflicted. The troubles of my heart are enlarged. Bring me out of my distress. Look upon my affliction and my trouble, and forgive all my sins. Look upon my enemies, for they are many, and they hate me with a violent hatred. Guard my soul and deliver me. Do not let me be ashamed, for I take refuge in you. Let integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait for you. Redeem Israel, O Lord, out of all his troubles. That's one of my favorite psalms, and one of the things that I like about it is it's very focused on direction, not perfection. About 3 times, I'm trying to remember now in the whole psalm, David acknowledges his sin and his need for God to forgive him. And yet at the same time, there's a distinction he makes between his enemies and the righteous man, which he is. And for me, this is encouraging because I know my own sin. I know that I'm far from perfect. Some people just say, well, I'm not perfect. Everyone says that, I guess, but I'm saying something more than that. It's far from it. I know that about my own heart, and yet there's still a longing there for the Lord. There's still a difference between who I am as a redeemed person and someone who's not redeemed, who hasn't been born again. And that psalm is so encouraging because it, at least twice, it teaches us that we need to wait on the Lord, that the Lord will vindicate, that the Lord will make things right, that those who wait on the Lord will be blessed. And just because you're not seeing that right now in your life, just because you're surrounded by troubles, doesn't mean that it's going to be that way forever, or that the Lord doesn't have, and I'm not talking in a Joel Osteen type of way here, just so everyone knows. It could be a spiritual blessing, and it doesn't have to be material, but it doesn't mean that the Lord isn't going to bless you. In fact, he has, you are in his inner circle. His secret he gives to you, something that he withholds from others. And at the end of the psalm, it says, let integrity and uprightness, or it says rather, do not let me be ashamed, for I take refuge in you. Let integrity and uprightness preserve me, for I wait for you. And so someone who's a sinner can say this: let integrity and uprightness preserve me. Lord, keep me going in the same direction of following you, of having integrity. This was a passage that a friend of mine a few years ago was memorizing before he passed away, and it stuck with me. I've obviously read it before. There's even songs. This is put to music, but I returned to this psalm probably more than any other passage of Scripture since that time. And So anyway, I just wanted to share it with you. It's a beautiful day where I am right now in near Cold Spring, New York. And I just thought just a good day to read that psalm. So I hope that encouraged some of you today.